So ladies and gentlemen, and all my leaders in this room, and my esteemed speakers, I formally welcome you all to this grand event, the HR NXS Summit Future Scope. I'm really thrilled to have you all over here as we embark our journey to have a quick sneak peek into the future. And for the benefit of those who do not know me, my name is Vikash. I'm part of the HR NXS team. And let me tell you this topic, when we were trying to figure out what should the title of the AI event, we came up with this title, the Utopian Movement. Typically, the Utopian Movement is something which is very idealistic, which is very future looking. And AI is, at this stage, we're still trying to figure out what the true realms of the AI is, what are the boundaries that it's trying to draw. It's still it's something that we have not really figured out so far, as the technology has been around for a while. And when I read a bit of literature, I realized that all the history is written with the stories of the heroics of the people, the human, what they have done, be it in the war front, the technology, or whatever. But today, as we speak on this event, it seems there is a new hero in the room, and that hero is AI. It's figureless, shapeless. It is designed by us as human beings, and today is there in the room who is challenging us in terms of, can we really manage the bounds of the AI? And that's why this topic, taming the AI wave, do we have it all in ourselves to truly tame it? Now, the interesting piece over here is that the moment you use the word taming, we look at the solutions, we look at the objects that we can control by ourselves. And here is a tool that not only has the capability to self-learn itself, but to outsmart a human being possible in every task that it is programmed for. Given this temperament that it has, the tool, it's very important for all of us to understand how are we going to integrate this vital tool into our workplace and how it will change the future of workplace for all of us. Well, some slides. I'm not sure how many of us know when the AI started. Those who are practitioners of AI would know that it's been there for several decades. The first set of these developments have happened way back in 1943-50. Okay, this is a time when the first set of work by Mr. Warren and Walter, who were the neurophysiologists, they developed the first set of neural network work. And close to 1950, the father of the artificial intelligence, John McCarthy, along with Alan Turing, Marvin Minsky, Alan Neville, and Herbert A., actually developed and set the AI in force. Cut to 1997, it seems to be a pretty long horizon for any technology. The time that we live, we see technology traveling leaps and bounds every year. It took a while. I think that was a time which was possibly the winter of AI. We did not see much of interventions happening over here. Possibly the kind of efforts that the scientists and the development guys were putting, they did not feel it was important. But we saw a big development, a landmark development in the field of AI in 1997, when the IBM's Deep Blue defeats the world chess champion Kasparov. This was a turning moment, and ever since that, way back in 2002, the first time the industrial automation iRobot Romba came in, which had the AI-powered navigation system. It had the ability to clean the place and put itself back to the charging deck. 2015, Onward Assist, Path AI starting using deep learning algorithms to assist pathologists in interpreting pathology slides. And as I read it yesterday, I'm not sure how many of you really followed. So this was a news somewhere in the US, and a lady who had a 3 or 4 year old child who has been suffering from some terminal disease. Close to 14 odd doctors have been trying to figure out what's the issue with this person, the child. They could not. And with all the reports, the lady puts all this information on the ChatGPT, and it is able to do a diagnosis. Okay, so that's the power of technology that was moving. Cut to 2020, a topic that's unmissable to anyone. I don't think anybody in this room would not have this particular tool already inside his device and would not have used it, the ChatGPT. To trump it all, in 2023, we have DeepMind that has released RT2, a novel vision language action model that learns and trains robots to manual tasks. If you look at the landscape, there is enough and more that has happened. And during this journey, the HR technology traveled its own space. So what is it all about? Is it here to replace humans? Is it going to augment it? What is it in for? Let's have a look on the impact so far. I'll quickly move through the slides. These are some of the news bites, and I'm sure all of you have an access to this. If you see, this is a topic which has gathered enough and more attention worldwide. And when I looked at the literature, I specifically picked those articles that create some impact on the HR. This is a topic which every HR leader has been speaking, that there would be an impact of AI. They're talking about that it is here and it is going to be here. It will disrupt the jobs. It is transforming the face of resource management like never before and whatnot. There's plethora of this news already around. So clearly it's something which is going to be here, and we all have a responsibility to tame it well. Some trends of artificial intelligence globally. If you look at the adoption of global AI adoption, it is close to 35% in 2022, which was an all-time high, and it's been increasing ever since. Close to 2,000 odd global leaders who have been spoken to, they have clearly stated their need of AI being the force to change. I think 94% of the leaders think that AI will be important for their business success. And I'm really looking forward to, again, I can't stop reminding myself that I have great speakers in this room who would be sharing their experiences of how they have impacted businesses in their respective domains. Well, in India, there is some change as well happening. While the adoption of AI in India seems to be a little on the lower side compared to the global, but the interesting statistics over here is India has the second highest number of AI startups in the world with over 1,500 companies, only second to US. Also, India ranks third in again, only third to US and China. So clearly, if you look at it today, while the technology domain in IT services are the prime movers of it, but there is enough and more happening. In the space of HR, again, there is enough and more survey, and each of the statistics only proves the case in point that AI is here, and HR is going to get impacted meaningfully. Some areas we feel that AI has truly shown its impact are these four categories. I'm sure as we keep learning from each other, we will see what are the other areas that AI has impacted. It's predominantly in talent acquisition, management, employee experience, and analytics.